Again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, and I have some ideas, and I'm not sure where they're going to lead me, but I'm just going to go for it. And that's a 16 by 20 inch canvas that I think I want some black paint around my edge. So I'm going to lead my black paint over to it with my OXO omelet turning spatula, best paint spreading spatula around, figuring that if the paint is spread out and I put more paint down in puddles or ribbons and tip them, that this paint won't be as likely to run. Although, wow, it's hot. My paint is hot. I want to put that on something. Darn. The only thing I can think of to do is to use the other spatula. So it's a two spatula painting. That is not covering very well, but I don't really expect it to either, because once it's thin and hot, it's very sheer. It's the black. But I will use all the rest of what's on my spatula and get rid of it on that edge. I will try anyway. Just drag it across lightly and it will cover better than if you try too vehemently. Let's see if I got one more edge in me. Yep, I do. It's almost done as far as that goes. So what I want to do next is weird. I've never done anything like it, but it sort of came to me, and I've washed all my big ball chain, so if I want to use chain I can. Both of my spatulas are in the bucket for the moment. So I am going to take advantage of the liquidous nature of my paint and see what happens when we just get very random and very rogue. I might, if I like how this turns out, I might want to do this with something else, but I don't know right now. I might be sorry I covered my edges. I do have a leftover ring pour cup. I had a feeling it would cover quite nicely. I'm going to have to work a little harder if I want the parts that are showing canvas to be covered, but that's okay because I'm going there. And when the paint is this hot, just flowing the paint is better than just, wow, okay, right off the side. Guess what I'm going to do with that. Alright, so look for canvas. There's some more, there's some more, there's some more. Now what I did the other day was basically, oh, wow, okay. I see it. Didn't cover. Right there. So black and white paint will often sell, and I was telling you the other day I did a black and white just with a chain pull, and I love how it looked. Somebody saw some naked person in it, of course, as we all do. See naked people and things sometimes, even if we can't control ourselves. So my idea is to just go ahead and play with the background first before I do anything else, and make sure I have no canvas showing. And maybe, how about, let's just do a basting brush, because agitated paint will often sell. And I want to see if I can spread enough paint with the basting brush to make an interesting pattern, but not completely annihilate all of the black and white coolness that is present. I see that canvas down there. Don't mind shaking off my basting brush either, I gotta say. I'm not Jackson Pollock, but I don't mind the idea of using the natural force of gravity to remove paint and add it to my canvas. Now that's not very impressive yet. I say yet, hoping that I can actually do something that is impressive. I'm going to get rid of the rest of that paint, and I don't like that over there. So I think what I'm going to do is just drag a swipe card few places. Before going on with whatever I do next. I'm going to knock all that paint off there and throw that in the bucket too. Alright, so I have beautiful paint left. And I'm kind of hoping that, it didn't plug up while I was talking about it. Anyway, I'm going to use whatever's handy over here that'll come out. Oh, please. That's what skewers are for. It's the heat. Plugs them right up. Hardly need caps. Oh, come out. Still not coming out. Okay, let's find another one that's a similar color. That works. Now, I'm not putting white in there, and I think I want to. And what other color? Maybe the dark purple? No. Maybe the mysterious from Art Minds? Maybe not. Maybe the turquoise again. I just love the turquoise. What can I say? Purple. If it was orange, it would be Halloweeny, but by the time this video shows, unless I switch things around again, which I want to do quite often, I'm thinking. Yep, it's the turquoise. Alright, so here goes nothing. Carefully. I'm not going to use all that right yet. And I want the blue. I don't just want the blue, I want the metallic blue. And I have several blues, and that's the blue I'm almost out of course it is. And it comes out, so that must be a meant to be thing. I'm loving doing the black and white background with colors on top, and I don't know why I never did it before, to be honest with you. Here is some magenta, which I have not used nearly enough of. The cost is prohibitive. It makes me think twice before I go to use it. But there are no rules right now, and I'm not loving that magenta, but I'm not saying that it will stay just as it is. And I know it will turn pink once it gets put through the white. Still not liking the magenta that much, but it's not over, so it's over. This looks an awful lot like something else I just did, which I actually loved, so I shouldn't complain about that. So I want my caps out of the way, my bottles out of the way, and to put an edge catcher down. Maybe before that I'm going to do what I said I wasn't going to do. And use some orange. That didn't get shaken because I love orange. Might be using a little more paint than I do sometimes. All of you get out of my way. And it's never too late to add some gold, and I think I need to. I've got some beautiful things going on over here. It makes me want to, I was going to tilt, but I think what I'm going to do instead is go ahead. When I see that it starts to want to turn brown, I'm going to stop. She said optimistically. And then just roll it off. Alright, I had some really neat stuff there, so I wasn't going to run right into it. Same over here. Be a little careful. Not even sure that gold belongs in there anymore, but I'm gonna go with the flow. Pun intended. You know, I like to do accidental art on purpose and make scapes and things, but I also like to do accidental art for my own amusement. That spot's bothering me, and I want what I cannot have. I want yellow to come out of the tube. Yellow and black often turn green when you have pouring medium in them. So before I go any further and start rolling balloons, which is a possibility by the way, I'm going to tilt a few things as far as I can see them. I like leaving some of the paint without being affected by agitation to, oh, yeah, that's interesting. Hey, that's pretty cool. That's really different. And it's speaking to me, so I'm going to listen. All right. Well, that was unexpected that I would like it that suddenly. I'm going to take my turquoise. Attempt to not ruin anything. Ooh, there's something that does not belong. And it was such thick paint I hardly noticed it. So if you're going to use a skewer to waggle things like this, use the dull end. If you want to push paint, then use the sharp end. And don't stick it in the canvas. I think that this is absolutely cool. Right like it is. Surprised? Yes, I am. But that's okay, because this is accidental art, and accidental art is often about being really surprised. Pleasantly, I hope. So I saw a little canvas down there, and I've got a little paint left in my chain. And I am going to torch, and I'm going to look around and see if there's anything I want to do to this. Which isn't much, I gotta say. Maybe a dot here or there. Really, really carefully. Because like I said, I like what I've got. And this is what I meant by adding the skewer in. Just ever so delicately. So we have just a few blue spots. Do I want just a little bit up here? I do. Just to lead the eye around. Now I gotta steal some paint, cover my edge. So this is pretty cool and very extreme. And it just came from following my instincts to do, you know, whatever was calling me at the time. I'm afraid if I get too frisky with it, I might not be as happy with it in the end. That looks like a piece of canvas. Goodbye, piece of canvas. I can't even believe one could possibly still be here. We have incredible cells. I use no silicone in my art. Lots of beautiful cells. I use GAC 800 by Golden to prevent cracking when the painting is drying and the paint is heavy like it is right now. I don't have to worry. We've got rings, we've got ribbons, we've got whatever that thing is called when you overlap things. Might be a traveling ring. I've got a few places that I need to touch up on my edges, but not much. And I am pretty well happy. Ooh, we even got ghosts for Halloween. This is neat. Even the weird magenta in the middle, which will probably dry really dark. I don't think I have any more canvas that I can see. Did I mention that we torch to release the bubbles in the paint? Because there's bubbles in the paint when you mix it with pouring medium. And I want to take that back again right now. Cover up that little bit of canvas I can see right there. And right there. And I'm good. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida, an Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, saying if you like what I do, a thumbs up would be a very nice treat. And watching more videos, on the end screens you can find 840 or 860, whatever I'm up to now, I'm not sure. It's a lot. But people go there and have binges and they have a really good time and they tell me so, and so I recommend it based on other people's opinions. And if I try and watch my own videos, I don't get away either. So if you watch the commercials, that helps me out, or at least it was supposed to. It used to. Not so much lately, but I still appreciate the efforts on your part, and I'm sorry if you guys are stuck with long commercials. I didn't do that. If you're interested in purchasing a painting, make note, please, of the title of the video with the hashtag number and the date in it. The hashtag number will usually get you the painting. I do give classes at the house in Spring Hill. I'm just adding a little bit of paint to my finger and letting it float on the surface of the spots that need it on the edge of the canvas, and that's all I'm going to do when it comes to covering the edges. And I'm pretty well done, and I love you guys. There's 80,000 of you. You give me great compliments and you make me feel really good. I appreciate it. Times are hard, and you're a morale lifter. You lift my spirits and you raise my morale when I really need it, and I really appreciate it, and I want to say thank you over and over and over again for you guys. I really, really appreciate you. If you want to be a part of the monthly drawing, there's one painting on offer at the moment. I don't know what month this video will post, but you can check the exhibition video that's usually on the end screens in the last 20 seconds, where you can also find a link to my channel and a place to subscribe, and a link to my website in case you're interested. Of course you're interesting. Anyway, so if you donate $10 to keep me painting, you'll be included in the drawing at the beginning of the month. Really, actually, it's within the first couple weeks, probably at the end of the first week, beginning of the second week. So I'm really happy with this. It's really weird, and I don't care. I needed weird, and I got it in spades. Even that strange yellow patch. Whoops. Hey, it was only black paint. Yeah, that's just too cool. Even the solid areas mixed with the celly areas and the other little jaggedy things. I don't know what... I'm going to just have to call it science experiment. Anyway, I love you guys, and there's almost 82,000 of you. Well, there's 81,000 of you, almost 200 today. So in another 15 days or so, I might catch up to 82,000. But I love those of you who are still here. So I'll see you soon. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida. I said that already. And thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate that. Hope you do binge watch. Hope to see you tomorrow. I post every day, and you can always look on the community board on my channel to see what tomorrow's video is, if I'm around to do that. I might be missing in action for a couple of days here if I ever get a vacation. So take care, guys. See you soon. Bye for now. Priscilla out.